Hello folks, in this video I will show you at least one or two different ways you can bring in cash from YouTube without depending on promotions, which obviously expects you to have like 1,000 endorsers, thus many perspectives and watch time and stuff like that too. Make it happen so you can truly do these from a previous point in your channel before you even have that numerous supporters, or you can do this later on to make more on the grounds that a ton of times advertisements isn't the most effective way to adapt. Yet one way is you can make an enrollment so individuals can truly pay a participation charge to get selective substance from you on YouTube. So you'll see that Mr. Monster, which is one of the greatest YouTubers out there, has a join button here. You see this with numerous others too, where you realize they could visit with their fans one-on-one on the off chance that they pay membership, they get more restrictive time with their number one YouTubers. You could have restrictive substance that is more enlightening, like say Graham Stephan is one more illustration of somebody who you know he's a greater amount of instructive channel where he will offer money guidance. And that's what things like, so he could have questions that he'll respond to straightforwardly on there, perhaps in an online class consistently in the event that you pay the membership, or perhaps you realize things like that too only sort of give unique advantages to your individuals that pay say 10 per month or so to join on YouTube. It's similar to Patreon, so Patreon is basically the same, and I accept Patreon truly came out in light of the fact that there was nothing similar to this at the time, which obviously YouTube chose to make something to rival that server with this join button and the enrollment program. Yet those two are somewhat comparative in that Patreon you do a similar sort thing, you pay month to month expense, you get selected substance from specific designers, whether it's a blogger, whether it's a YouTuber, digital broadcast, and so on, and afterward you can get extraordinary advantages, and afterward obviously you get exceptional advantages along these lines on the off chance that you're a client and as an individual Patreon account and has devotees that are paying participation expenses. You have a sort of unsurprising measure of pay coming in every month, while advertisements can forever be wild. So it's an incredible method for having a participation program without building a site around that, which can be extremely challenging. So it makes it simpler for you to have an enrollment program as opposed to doing it on your site yourself, or recruit a web engineer to set that up for you, which would be pricey. So like an illustration of a YouTube channel that utilizes Patreon rather than the YouTube membership program is the Dream Footballers. They're more known as a webcast, yet they actually have 220 supporters on YouTube in light of the fact that they record their digital broadcast in video structure too. Yet it's about Dream Football, and what they do is they have you support them on Patreon, and when you do that you get either $5 per month, you get specific advantages, 10 per month you get more, and afterward obviously 20 per month you get certain things like marked photographs from your most loved folks on the digital recording and a wide range of stuff. So you get reward content to create you a superior dream football player, or you can get it reward like marked merchandise and a wide range of stuff in the tip-top bundle when you pay 20 per month. Another way you can adapt your YouTube channel is through subsidiary showcasing by utilizing various items that you support. Perhaps you have some kind of video channel where you have some kind of YouTube channel like say Tech Source, where you fabricate PCs, or you have some kind of gaming arrangement that you do, or you have whatever else, and you have these portrayals for your recordings. As you can see here as an illustration, they'll have like the parts that you can get in the US for this PC construct, and you can get them through Amazon, and afterward he get a commission since he's assisting Amazon or the organizations on Amazon with selling these items. So he gets a commission for fundamentally doing the advertising for themselves, and he brings in cash. That way he can likewise bring in cash off promotions and stuff too. Yet it's simply one more method for adapting your channel. You can do a channel in light of parts like this where it's worked around doing PC fabricates or making things out of specific items, or discussing various enhancements in the event that you're say a wellness channel. You can connection to anything items you will quite often cover, and it'll as a rule be on something like Amazon Partners or some other member program, and afterward you get commissions for assisting them with selling. You can likewise look at a website like Offer a Deal. They have a variety of ones on here too, and they have a wide range of projects with a wide range of significant stores on Share Deal too, and you could in fact check for brand explicit projects like Express Bluehost. For example, many individuals will tell you the best way to assemble a site on YouTube, and they'll specify Bluehost in light of the fact that they have a great offshoot program, yet they have their own member program where you realize you could get the commission straightforwardly from them as opposed to going to a broker like Offer Deals. So something else you can do is sponsorship. So very much like Instagram, very much like Twitter, you can turn out to be essentially a YouTube powerhouse and have individuals support your post. They'll have you do perhaps a survey of their item and send you the item free of charge, so that is one more advantage. You a ton of times can get free items from doing this one site that sort of assists you with getting coordinated with various organizations. Like this is chanboost.com. Despite the fact that it's anything but a significant site, they had a few different ones preceding for YouTube, yet they got sort of recreated similarly as like YouTube explicit sponsorship locales. So there's a couple of out there similar to Chan support. They're somewhat, they get a smidgen of traffic. They have a few organizations you can cooperate with, or you may very well need to have your email or something to that effect on your channel where individuals can reach you. So for example, when you take a gander at a channel, you have this little sidebar here in the upper right of a channel generally. So you see like virtual entertainment joins. You could have an email or something relying upon which YouTuber it is, yet normally you can find either a connection to a site or connection to an email where you can reach them about business requests. And you need to have that for yourself if you have any desire to be available to sponsorships. So to do that, assuming that you have a connection to your site, you can essentially have a media unit, which is a page on your site that looks something like this. Similarly, as an illustration, it'll show the number of perspectives you that get per video, or so the number of supporters you that have, how much likes, the number of remarks you that get, and things like that, just so marks have a thought of, you know, how what your examination resemble, as well as what sort of segment you draw in, so they can conclude whether you are their interest group, and they should say assist with getting a deal by utilizing your channel. Another strategy is to do YouTube Live. YouTube Live is another way you can get compensated. Fundamentally, you get compensated ordinarily through like Supervisit and gifts. So Supervisit now, on the off chance that you take a gander at YouTube experience, a portion of these don't do this yet. Some forces to be reckoned with, like you presumably won't see NBC News and stuff doing Super Talk, yet assuming that you see somebody like who's an individual vlogger or something to that effect, they'll have something that seems as though this, so they'll be on YouTube, and individuals can pay cash since they support you, or in light of the fact that they're attempting to get an inquiry before you, and they pay you cash to get that question pushed to the top so you see it and you read it. Thus, assuming you're watching someone on YouTube carry on with a ton of times, you'll have, they'll, you know, take little minutes to thank individuals who give to the channel or that do these little super visit gifts. So you could have $5 here, $10. They're relying upon what it is. Nevertheless, it's simply one more method for adapting. So next you have merchandise. Back to Mr. Monster as an illustration with his 43 in addition to million supporters, yet something major that he does is merchandise. So you can shop straightforwardly under the YouTube depiction of his recordings, and you can see merchandise, different shirts, various caps, and everything with his marking on it. And when you do that, when you click on it, it'll take you to a page like this where you can get it straightforwardly, and it'll presumably utilize some kind of print on request administration, which is fundamentally something like, say, Teespring or Red Air Pocket or something to that effect. Now, specific ones are upheld straight by YouTube. I honestly think Teespring is. Nevertheless, I don't know about Redbubble, but rather they support perhaps like 5 to 10 distinct ones where individuals can have merchandise available to be purchased straightforwardly in their YouTube portrayals, like I showed you here for Mr. Monster. And now they don't must have all the stock in a distribution center someplace or in their carport, since it's print on request importance. Individuals will get it, and afterward the organization who does it satisfaction, like say Teespring, will print it, pack it, and boat it to them. They'll deal with client care. They'll do everything except they take a cut of the deal. So this likewise is extraordinary marketing. So assuming individuals are strolling around with your logo and your channel name constantly, then that is like individual to individual publicizing, not too far off. And they're in a real sense paying you to promote your image rather than the opposite way around. So it's another advantage just to doing merchandise. Something else you can do is, assuming you have some kind of expert assistance, like say you're a legal advisor or you are a virtual entertainment advertiser or something to that effect, you can make recordings that show your mastery, and afterward you can sell your administrations like accomplished free benefits. You can do counseling where individuals pay you a specific sum each hour to, say, audit their YouTube feed and offer them guidance. Anything that it is relies upon what you're doing. I've seen legal counselors do things like this on YouTube. You see Video Designer is an illustration of one where they essentially spend significant time in building YouTube feeds. They have 500 in addition to 1,000 supporters, so they understand what they're doing, and they have a wide range of various recordings that have to do with building channels and building a brand utilizing recordings. So their interest group is individuals that are YouTubers, individuals that are hoping to construct a bigger YouTube channel and bring in cash from it. So you can get together with his membership program here and get restrictive substance. Presumably take part in specific selective online classes and stuff. Ask Tim Schmoyer, who's the pioneer behind Video Designers, direct inquiries, or pose to his staff direct inquiries by joining, or you can go to his site, which he has a connection to here in the upper right close to his web-based entertainment handles, and afterward you can purchase his digital books. You can get a discussion you can finish for your administration. And that's what things like so on the off chance that you're an organization who does those sorts of things, you can sell them and adapt your YouTube channel. That way, something else you can do is data items. So for example, you take a gander at video powerhouses, 2 people or 2 YouTubers, 600 in addition to 1,000 endorsers. They have numerous ways that they're advancing their substance. 2, you see their enrollment program. You additionally see that they have a digital book that you can get on Amazon with an immediate connection to it, and a sort of commercial as their channel craftsmanship. So that is another way you can do this. You can have a digital book on Express out loud anything that you are discussing generally. This is better for enlightening channels, for instructive channels. So in the event that you're showing individuals advertising or YouTube or whatever, you can have a digital book that they can purchase. Now this can work for diversion channels and stuff, yet it's most likely not as liable to work. Now you can likewise sell online courses. So another model would be, say, computerized advertiser. They could have some YouTube recordings on the most proficient method to advertise your business in various ways, and afterward you go to their items page on their site, which they'll most likely have a connection to their YouTube depiction on the off chance that they're getting everything done as needs be. They have this multitude of various courses you can get for $295, and individuals purchase these to get excellent training on the best way to advertise in some ways. So how to make pipes, how to do video advertisements, how to do email promoting, and things like that. So those can be extremely rewarding, similar to the compensation. Yet in the event that you don't have your own site yet, you can begin doing seminars on Udemy. And again, you can distribute digital books on Amazon by independently publishing through kdp.amazon.com. That way you don't have to have a site to sell digital books or courses. You can utilize those 2 administrations that will have them for you, that have their own commercial center, and afterward you can fan out later on. So something else you can do is references. So this is really like subsidiary promoting. Aside from references, have to do with typically getting someone to pursue a free preliminary or to pursue a free help that simply needs to get more clients. So for example, applications. There are a ton of applications out there that will pay you to get them new clients. So whether it's a game, whether it's an application that has to do with bringing in cash, or anything that it is, there are a ton of them that simply believe that individuals should give a shot their application, and they will pay advertisers or YouTubers to do that for them. So in the event that you go to, say, applications that pay you on YouTube and Fast Hunt, you'll see a variety of sorts of recordings like this. You'll likewise see a couple of mine that are positioning like 10 most noteworthy evaluated applications that pay you cash, 13 iPhone applications that pay you cash by means of PayPal. Those are a portion of the recordings I've truly finished and a portion of the applications I referenced in these reference programs. So like, say, Highlight Focuses is one of the ones, and I've brought in a lot of cash from eluding new clients to this application, and that is the thing they pay very well for, not just for the things that you get compensated to do, which is cashback web-based shopping, doing free preliminaries, overviews, and everything, except they pay individuals to fundamentally get new clients for themselves, as well as that is the way they develop their crowd. So that is something else you can do. It's simpler than promoting, in light of the fact that nobody needs to purchase anything for you to get compensated, yet you get compensated less per reference, obviously, than you would per commission from member showcasing. So something else you can do is actual items. You can sell craftsmanship, you can sell whatever else perhaps you will be. You realize a cooking channel and you sell your own kind of treats on Amazon or something. You can sell your very own wide range actual items and do that. So something else you can do is sell your own actual items, whether you are a craftsmanship channel, whether you are a photographic artist and sell your own prints, perhaps you are a cooking channel and you sell your own boxes of treats or your own protein powder or something from your YouTube channel, and you can do that through a wide range of sites. Now obviously Amazon is one where you can sell basically anything. Now assuming you do more like expressions and specialty type stuff, or hand-tailored sort of ventures, you could do Etsy.com, make Etsy store, sell a wide range of craftsmanship, so a wide range of style, a wide range of stuff like that, make a store on Etsy and afterward get YouTube recordings to drive the traffic to them. So for example, you could do, say, like how to paint something, and afterward you could get compensated for doing instructional exercises, and afterward, in the event that individuals truly like that painting that you're finished with, toward the finish of the video, they can truly proceed to get it on your Etsy store, and afterward that is another way that you're bringing in cash. So you're bringing in cash from, say, advertisements, and afterwards you're likewise bringing in cash from, you really might have a participation program where individuals get one-on-one illustrations with you by paying an enrollment, or perhaps they have you realize a more customized online class, something where you're with perhaps 10 or 20 of your top fans all at once, and you do more cozy examples with them, and afterward they can purchase the completed item on your store. Now you can likewise sell computerized items like programming modules, subjects for your site, and things like that you can, for example, view at the Dream Footballers, as I referenced sort of before. They use Patreon as one way that they bring in cash. Yet another thing that they truly well is they have an assistance where you can pay to get the best data, you can pay to get the best calculation sheets, the best layouts for doing great in Dream Football. So you could get an application, you could get some kind of admittance to programming or an accounting sheet again for assisting you with settling on better choices while you're drafting a Dream Football Association or when you're mid-season and attempting to go with specific choices. So you can do that and become piece of their program by buying their items or their participation at their site, which is at thefantasyfootballers.com. So simply one more model. You could sell individual things, you could sell enrollments, you could sell a topic for a site, you could show individuals how to fabricate sites, and afterward sell your own topics. There's many ways you can go sell your own product, sell your own module. And that's what things like. And afterward, to wrap things up, you can essentially fabricate an email list by getting traffic from YouTube and afterward having a connection in the portrayal where individuals join to your rundown, and afterward you keep it unmistakable to a specific specialty. So assuming you are perhaps showing individuals how to do advertising, for example, you could fabricate a specialty email list utilizing a help like GetReaction or MailChimp or Infusionsoft or Auber. There's a variety of ones out there where you construct an email rundown and you can market to them constantly, or you can get compensated for others to market to your rundown. So certain individuals simply they have cash and they will pay to do promotions to an email list, yet they would rather not truly need to fabricate the actual rundown. They need to proceed to find records that are now being worked by different advertisers. So nextmark.com is one like commercial center where you can find individuals who are hoping to promote to an email list. So you can construct an email show. You don't need to be one to sell items. You can allow others to do that, and they pay you for each snap on their email promotion that they send. With your consent, obviously. Yet something else you must have like message and your fair use and everything on your site that tells individuals that you might permit solo promotions to them when they buy, and so you need to sort of have lawful disclaimers for that sort of stuff. So remember that too in the event that you're about to do solo promotions and allowed individuals to email your rundown. So remember that. Yet it's another way you can adapt your channel. So ideally this was useful. And these are only one or two different ways you can adapt your channel without depending on AdSense. And a ton of times these truly pay all the more, so certainly give them a shot, and I'll see you the following video.